Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, I just got back from Honduras and did a week over in Honduras. It was an enlightening experience. I learned a lot. None of it, I don't think so. I don't think I learned nothing good, nothing positive come across. Man, I'm not going to really go into a lot of detail on this video, and the reason is I found it a really bad thing. Right below here, you'll find a link, and it'll be a link to a blog, and that blog I know there's a series of videos. I'm still working on it. I've got 7 or 8 videos already going where I was videoing as I was driving and talking about what I see, what has happened to me, what am I thinking about, what's going on, and like I say, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. But I say that's what's on that blog, and the reason I even went is as of the first of the year. This is February 2016. As of the first of the year, I've changed my attitude on a mate. And before I was looking to get married. Man, I still got a lot of life to live, and I need somebody to hold my hand. So I was looking for a wife, and it hasn't worked out. And so I changed as of the first of the year, just looking for a companion. I would like to do a committed. A commitment to each other. That's what I would like to. But anyway, the marriage part is out, and man, I'll tell you, it opened up a lot. I didn't realize. I talk about the change of attitude. Attitude is everything, and when you change your attitude, things change. And man, I changed my attitude, and I cannot believe it. Man, I've went on probably, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 dates since then. And the 3 years prior, maybe 2 or 3. So that just tells you how the attitude changes. And but it's not good. And so they told me, well, in Honduras they got a lot of women, so we're going to go to Honduras. So then that's why I went to Honduras in the first place. The thing is Honduras is a very dangerous place. The most dangerous city in the world is there. And it was funny because we went over to that place. We went and spent some time over there. But we went to another place, and it's not, and see, when they rate these cities, it's this population above is how they rate to find out the most dangerous city. The city we were at was less, below that, whatever it is that they measure. And this city was more dangerous than the most dangerous city in the world. It was smaller, so it wasn't included in the numbers. But it was a very, very dangerous place. And I didn't know that until I came back. It was funny, at the time, everything was really strange. I mean, the hair on the back of my neck was up the whole time I was there. I knew things weren't proper, and I didn't know why, and I talk about it in the video. And buenos dias. Buenos dias. And I say, for sure, they don't have anything in the way of morals like mine. None. So it was, and I mentioned it's kind of like Cuba. Cuba, they don't have any morals at all. So, but in Cuba, you were safe because every crime in Cuba was death. So by the time I got there, 40 years after Castro took over, they've already killed off anybody that wants to be violent. They've already killed them all off. So you know, everybody's real obedient in Cuba. Okay, in Honduras, they don't have any morals, and they're brutal people. I cannot believe they're so brutal. I'll put it this way: when the women that I would go out with heard that I was from Guatemala, they all wanted to get to know me. They like Guatemala. They want to come to Guatemala because it's so much safer. There's so much more money, opportunity, and stuff like that is in Guatemala. That tells you how bad Honduras is when they think Guatemala is a good place to go. And what was weird was, for one thing, I never. Now it's all one-sided on what I saw. It's all one-sided. They have to have an upper class and a lower class. They have to. I didn't see it. I think the only thing I saw was the lower class, I think. And the people weren't real friendly. They were friendly to me because, like I say, they would talk about me and then after they talk, well, this is a gringo, he's so, you know, and then everybody was happy. But if they didn't know me, nobody wanted anything to do with me. It's not just me. I mean, it was bad. They didn't want the people aren't friendly and happy. They don't make eye contact, and that's because people are killed there. And a lot of the killing is done with a knife. So I mean, it's brutal killing. I mean, not just shoot the person. I mean, they go in there and stab them all to death. And then when I came back, I was telling somebody that I just came back from there, and they said, "Man," I said, "my sister lives there," and he says, "They got a saying over there. They kill so much that they would use an old piece of bread to kill you with." So, in other words, meaning they will either beat you or stab you to death with an old stale piece of bread. So it is that brutal. And they said through Central America, you know, Guatemala is not a safe place. You know, Mexico, you know, these aren't safe places. You really have to know what's going on. And those aren't even the worst places. And El Salvador, I talked about El Salvador. They have 900 people a month getting killed over there. And we're doing 400 a month here in Guatemala. I don't know what it is in Honduras, but Honduras is worse than all these other ones. I mean, it's, they said of all the Latin American countries, Honduras is the most dangerous country there is. I believe them. I say in my video, you'll see I went in not knowing any of this. And, you know, I mean, you hear stories, but, you know, stories is one thing. And you'll see it in my videos when I first started. I enjoyed the trip. I enjoyed the, it's clean, the roads were good, everything was great. And you'll tell by the end of it, when I started meeting people, talking to people, learning the culture, learning what's going on, it wasn't that enjoyable. Matter of fact, I got this cough. Poverty is even worse than Guatemala. I thought poverty was bad here. It's nothing compared to over there. And but anyway, it was really, really bad. And you're going to find it in the link below. We'll send it to the blog. Now the blog is really about me and and my love life is really what it's about. And the reason is I went there to learn more about women, and I learned a lot. I was with two men that are womanizers. I mean, these guys know how to pick up women. I've never seen anything like it. I never have. And, I don't understand the language, but I watch them. I see how their body language and how they treat these women and all this kind of stuff. And they could speak English. So then when they got done, they would tell me what they were doing and stuff like that. And it was manipulating something terrible. I couldn't believe. I mean, it was to the point of abuse is what they were doing to these women. They would, I say they lie and BS them, something terrible. This stuff is beyond my belief. And but I've never seen it in action. You always see these guys that always pick up girls and stuff like that. But I say, I watched them do this, and I couldn't believe it. And I say, when I came back, I got to remember, I can't talk. But when I came back, I thought, I saw what they did, so I'm going to try it. And I used some of the body language and some of the stuff that I saw them do. I used it on one girl, and I couldn't believe it. She just, I mean, it was unbelievable. We couldn't even talk. And man, she was right up with me. She wanted to go places, take me places, and I say I felt so bad because I manipulated her. I made her. So there's some kind of a switch, and that's the kind of videos I'm gonna be making, talking about some of this stuff, and they're gonna find it on that blog. But I say it's not going to be out for the public. It's a restricted blog. And all the videos are going to be restricted too, because like I say, this is bad stuff. I think it's immoral. That was one of my hardest problems I was having. The whole thing was immoral, and I talk about, everybody's big on, they're so morally just and all this kind of crap, and I always give them hell because you stay around your own little safe place. And you have your beliefs, and you never put your beliefs to the test. I put my beliefs to the test big time this time. I mean, there was so much nasty going on, immoral acts going around me all the time. I mean, all the time. It was really bad. And I had to, and the only thing I stood on was my morals. Even though all this other stuff was going on. I mean, it was crazy. And at the same time, I was morally prepared to do what I had to do to protect myself. I had my car parked in the street 4 nights, and 3 of those nights it was hit and run on my car. 3 out of 4 nights it was hit and run. It was that bad. At night I would go walk around the neighborhood, and in the morning I'd walk around the neighborhood. So the first couple of nights nobody wanted to talk to me, had anything to do with me. The last couple, then they would talk to me and stuff like that, and smile, make eye contact and all that stuff. But it took them a couple of days to get used to me. And but I say you're going to find all kinds of videos like that. Is going to be on that blog down below. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you. First, I want to let you know I'm back and I'm alive. I'm not quite healthy yet, but the mosquitoes didn't get me. I don't think I have a mosquito disease. But like I say, that was really, really scary. And everything I talk about on surviving, that was the dirtiest, filthiest place that I've slept in, other than being in the jungles of Vietnam. It was worse than slums. I mean, it was so bad. And like I say, just the area itself, not even including the people acting so immoral and unjust. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.